Hello everyone. Our discussion topic is interrupts and interrupt routines. First of all, we can see the definition of interrupt. What is meant by interrupt means it is a process of interrupting the normal program execution in order to carry out a specific task. Then what is meant by interrupt service routine means it is a procedure for execution of each interrupt. That is, each interrupt has its own interrupt service routine. Then what are the sources of interrupt means? Generally it can be from external sources or from internal sources. If it is external means it can be generated by a peripheral, or if it is internal means it can be generated by a special instruction in the program or by means of exceptional conditions like divide by zero type of interrupt. Then we can see the classification of interrupt. Generally the interrupt are divided into three categories. First one is hardware and software interrupt. Second one is vectored and non-vectored interrupt. Third one is maskable and non-maskable interrupt. Now let us see the definition of each type of interrupt. First classification is hardware and software interrupt. What is meant by hardware means if suppose the interrupt initiated by external hardware by sending an appropriate signal to the interrupt pin of the processor means then they are called as hardware interrupt. What is meant by software means these are program instructions. Okay, these instructions are inserted at any desired location in a program. Then we can see the next classification, vectored and non-vectored interrupt. If the interrupt is vectored means the interrupt signal is accepted by the processor if the program control is automatically shifted to a specific address. Then it is named as vectored interrupt. If the interrupt is non-vector means the interrupting device should supply the address of ISS to be executed in response to the interrupt. Then the next classification is maskable and non-maskable interrupt. What is meant by maskable means if suppose the interrupt request can be either accepted or rejected by the processor means then it is called as maskable interrupt. What is meant by non-maskable means the interrupt request should be accepted by the processor, then they are called non-maskable type of interrupt. Then we can see the interrupt vector table of 8086. Generally, the interrupt vector table of 8086 stores the information regarding the location of interrupt service routine. That is, if the interrupt is occurring means the corresponding ISR is determined through this interrupt vector table after saving the content of flag register, code segment register and instruction pointer in the stack. Then after the execution of last instruction in the ISR, that is iReturn instruction, the 8086 pops the content from the stack and restores it in the flags, code segment registers and instruction pointers, and again the program execution is shifted to the original memory location, that is main program where it is interrupted. Okay, generally see interrupt of 8086 is classified into 256 types, that is ranges between 0 to 255. It is plotted on the right side of the figure. 00 to 255 type of interrupts, totally 256. Okay, see the left hand side, 000H to 3FFH. It is a memory location. How it comes means in 8086 it has 256 type of interrupt. All interrupts has a memory space of 4 bytes. So totally 256 into 4 bytes is equal to 1024. That is 1 KB of memory in the main memory. It is plotted in hexadecimal form as 3FFH. So the memory location ranges between 000H to 3FFH. Normally the interrupt is classified in 3 general categories, that is dedicated interrupts, reserved interrupts, available interrupts. Generally available interrupts are used for uses. Okay, then the reserved interrupt is already defined by the designer in the processor itself. Then the dedicated interrupt should be used for the special functions only. That is, divide by 0 is used for that specific purpose only. They are 5 in numbers. Then we can see in detail about each type of dedicated interrupts, that is predefined interrupt types of 8086. First classification is software, second one is single step, third one is non-maskable, and fourth one is maskable interrupt. First classification is software interrupt. What is meant by software means, if suppose divide by 0 occurs, that is during the execution of program, if suppose the quotient of division or I division of instruction inside a program is too large to fit into the quotient register means, then this type of interrupt is enabled in the processor. Then the second one is int n type of instruction, that is n ranges between 0 to 255. We can choose n values according to our choice. Suppose I am choosing n is equal to 1 means it acts as a SSI, that is the interrupt service routine of single step interrupt is processed. If suppose I am choosing the value of n as 3 means it is used as a breakpoint interrupt, that is it is used to insert a breakpoint inside a program. Normally this is used for debugging the errors inside the program. Then it is also used to display the contents of various registers or memory locations. Likewise, int O means overflow interrupt. What is meant by overflow interrupt means, if suppose we are performing the arithmetic operations between two signed numbers, if the result is too large to fit into the destination register means, then this type of overflow interrupt is enabled in the processor. Then the second classification is single step interrupt, that is type 1 interrupt. When it is processed means, if the trap flag is set, that is when the trap flag is set means the 8086 executes the single step mode interrupt after the execution of each instruction. It occurs at the type 1 vector in the vector interrupt table. That is after the execution of each instruction, this type of interrupt is enabled. Then let us see the work which is performed in 8086 for the execution of this single step interrupt. First one is flag register contents are pushed onto the stack and stack pointer is decremented by 2. Then the flag register contents are cleared. Then the third step is code segment register content are pushed onto the stack and stack pointer is decremented by 2. Then the fourth step is the new CS register contents are taken from the appropriate interrupt vector location. Likewise, the next step is the new instruction pointer contents are taken from the appropriate interrupt vector location, that is for single step it is type 1 vector in the vector table. Then the next classification is non-maskable interrupt. When it occurs means it is the rising edge of triggered interrupt. Then if a low to high signal at the non-maskable pin will cause the interrupt to be recognized. Then if the non-maskable interrupt has a low priority than the software interrupt but higher than the maskable interrupt, then we can see the task which is performed during this type of interrupt. At first, flag register contents are pushed on stack and stack pointer is incremented by 2. Then the next step is same as like flag register contents are cleared. Then the next step is code segment register content are pushed onto the stack and stack pointer is decremented by 2. And the next step is new CS register contents are taken out from the appropriate interrupt vector location. Then the last step is instruction pointer contents are taken out from the type vector to interrupt table. Then the next classification is maskable interrupt. Maskable interrupt is set if the interrupt pin of 8086 is high level triggered. That is, it is triggered by means of a set instruction and it is disabled by means of a clear instruction. Then see the picture. It is the interrupt acknowledgement cycle of maskable interrupt. In the first interrupt acknowledgement cycle, the 8086 floats the data bus lines 80 to 8015 and sends out an pulse. And during the second interrupt acknowledgement cycle, the external device sends back a byte of data 80 to 87 in response to a pulse. Then the data is multiplied by 4 to get the vector information about the interrupt. Then the next thing is T1 time period. It is the ideal time period in acknowledgement cycle. And AL is nothing but control signal normally used in 8086 processor in order to initiate the operation. Then the next one is interrupt priorities. According to the priorities, it is classified into divide by 0, int n and int o. Then the next classification is NMI. The third one is INTR. The fourth one is single step. Single step is the lowest interrupt in the interrupt priority table. See, when suppose if two interrupt requests are encountered at the same time means, then the interrupt with higher priority is processed first. That is, if suppose INTO and INTR occur at the same time, then INTO will be serviced first since it has a highest priority. And during the servicing of this interrupt, the 8086 clears the IF flag, thus disabling the INTR interrupt. Then after the completion of this interrupt servicing, the iReturn instruction restores the flag. Then this enables the INTR interrupt, which is taken up for further servicing. So, according to the priority only, the interrupt processing will be happen. That's all about the interrupts in 8086. Thank you.